Thank you for joining us on Black Investments Matter. I'm Antoine Anderson. Today we've got more updates on the Georgia election interference case. We have motions and demurs from John Eastman's attorneys as well as Harrison Floyd's. And there's also some updates on what Fani Willis has said in a deposition during the Nathan Wade divorce proceedings. Let's talk about it. First up was John Eastman and his attorneys that were arguing on his behalf, or attorney, in this demurs. Not so much a motion as it is a finding of sufficiency and adequacy in a plea that is leveled against the defendant. In this case, the prosecution pretty quickly shut that down, as they have four witnesses that say he was part of this criminal enterprise to commit fraud on the Georgia voters. So that's what they argued before Judge McAfee, and the defense was attempting to get the case dismissed against him based on this demur and clarification of what these charges are actually are. Are they adequate? And again, it's up to Judge McAfee, but this one looks like it's probably going nowhere. Then it came time for Harrison Floyd's attorneys to show up. Now, Harrison Floyd himself wasn't there. His attorneys were actually looking for more physical evidence to help present their defense for this client. And the physical evidence in question were rolls from the die vote machines used in the voting tabulation. They want to see how these machines stood up, basic testing information and diagnostics, that kind of deal. The prosecution was arguing relevancy. Although they are going to work together and they're going to give the defense everything they need or what they can supply for them to put on their defense, they again argued relevancy, and they were also arguing whether or not it would even be feasible to do because of the amount of time it would take to go through these rolls and make copies for this defendant. Again, all up to Judge McAfee, and that's probably going to be, a non-starter there as well. But the big news of the day came when some more comments from DA Fani Willis were released, and let's just take a listen.
But Willis has responded in Cobb County, where Wade's estranged wife Jocelyn is trying to get the DA to sit for a deposition. Willis is asking for a protective order to block that deposition. She does not admit or deny any relationship, but she makes some surprising claims of her own.
Just as the speech she made at Big Bethel AME, she's not confirming or denying anything related to any improper relations with the DA, but she's going to make some statements here, and these are going to knock your socks off.
In her emergency motion, Willis says she, quote, lacks unique personal knowledge of any matter that is relevant to the subject matter involved in the pending action. She says Wade's marriage fell apart years before she hired him or even met him, claiming Jocelyn Wade confessed to an adulterous relationship with her then husband's longtime friend. The DA then says this in her motion: Jocelyn Wade has conspired with interested parties in the criminal election interference case to use the civil discovery process to annoy, embarrass, and oppress District Attorney Willis.
This speaks to the damage of a reputation of an attorney that I spoke about earlier. And she's making a tie-in that this ex-wife of Attorney Wade's is colluding with members of the defense, at least suggesting it. As the timing of it all kind of mashes up just at a critical juncture in this in the case.
She cites what she calls unusual timing between the subpoena to have her deposed and the motion in the criminal case to have it dismissed. Willis is asking a Cobb County judge to block any attempt to have her deposed. Meanwhile, the judge in the election interference case has scheduled a date to hear any evidence in the motion to have that case dismissed.
Yeah, this is a distraction. This is a big distraction. And at any other occupation or any other job, this may be something of grounds of termination. So I don't know what's going on here, but I do know that this is distracting from the case at hand. And anytime your employer has to testify in a legal proceeding of yours, it doesn't look good unless that person was actually involved. And from what this deposition is saying, she doesn't have any knowledge of what happened, and whatever happened between Miss Jocelyn Wade and Nathan Wade happened before she even met them. And I just happen to know that you were sleeping around with your husband's best longtime friend. Yeah, this is messy, messy, messy. And regardless of how this thing flows, we're gonna find out more early February. So another deposition or another motion hearing in Judge McAfee's case this time. This is going to get worse before it gets better. And I hope something comes out of it other than what it's looking like, as far as if the DA had improper relations, or even if she hadn't. This is not a good look for the start of this case. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will talk to you very, very soon.